All right, we are back.
Oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed.
So we actually, this is our second time. We recorded a full
episode,
45-minute episode.
Yeah.
And we had two problems.
I'll explain the first.
Both are your fault, actually.
No, one is not my fault.
Yes, it is.
The microphone, you are in charge of the tech end of this podcast.
But it was your microphone. My sound came across good. It was your microphone that was not.
My microphone did not work well. But what the actual issue was before we discovered the microphone issue is I said something during the recording of our podcast that could have been mildly offensive. Now, it is something I absolutely would have said to you. I would have said in front of our parents. I would have said in front of our friends, my cousins. I would have said in front of my colleagues. However, upon further reflection, I would never say it in front of teenagers.
So you were afraid.
And I am a teacher. It has also come to light through several circumstances that there may be listeners who listen to this podcast without assuming goodwill. And that is all I will say about that. But because they listen without assuming goodwill.
Oh, I thought, okay.
And so as a consequence of that, over the course of the last year of recording, I have learned to be more and more careful. It's something I actually take pride in, like because I'm very active on social media, as you know. I am very active in that world. And
you're very popular.
I've been so popular. I've been very careful to I try to be authentic and truthful, but also aware of, scandal and things like that. I would maybe say particular things if I wasn't employed that I don't say now that I am employed. Do you know what I mean? So
right.
I don't think what I said was necessarily wrong, but you were like, oh, we laughed about it. And then afterwards, I'm like, wait a second. I need to assume that Psycho is going to listen and then be like, that was something horrible to say and then create issue. You always have to set a line for the person that is looking for a reason to be.
Well, in my world, we call it making a dummy proof.
Right.
You have to set it to the least common denominator of if someone could interpret this if someone could read this wrong, then you have to make sure you make it explicitly clear.
And again, if I'm not a theology teacher at a Catholic high school, I have no issue with what I said. I would say it in every company, but in front of teenagers. However, so what I had asked is that you would listen to it and try to slice out what I said. Upon listening, you realize that the audio was bad.
Yeah, your mic, you didn't have your mic on. Right. So mine was coming across much stronger than yours.
But it's wildly annoying to have recorded an entire podcast and then have to record the podcast again with the same sense of authenticity. So I don't even know if we'll dive into the same discussions.
I think we do, because we'll probably have a whole different nuance.
Maybe.
You won't gaslight me this time after thinking through it.
How could I ever gaslight you? How could I ever?
But alas, we prevail.
Alas, someone said to me actually just recently, they listened to our podcast and they were like, it was so good to have Aaron not gaslight you this time. I'm not going to say that. So it's actually a beautiful thing what this podcast has done for the things over the course of our marriage that I've recognized a wider audience now is privy to.
I feel like we should do
no, this is really funny.
I feel like we should do a gaslightometer.
Yeah.
Because I feel like your gaslighting is way more profound.
I was dying. The other thing that happened was
I even took a definition, I applied it to something you did, and it was like text.
So our friends were driving through Pennsylvania at 1:00 and they hit traffic. So they were like, clearly this is rush hour in, Podunk, West or Pennsylvania. And I laughed. So it's good. It's good for you to see what I see. I think we might need to pause and shut the door because I hear the minions coming. Here they come.
Right.
Okay.
So we have. So I remember from last we were talking about cruise prep,
right?
Time abuse,
yes,
and Coldplay.
Great.
Those were the three items we were going to talk about.
And then we went on all different avenues.
And we went
on
tangents. So you went on tangents.
So I had started in our original recording telling you that I am in the best mood today, and I've just been in the best mood, and I will just be in the best mood. And you know why? It's because this week is vacation week.
Vacation prep week.
Vacation prep week. And for me, part of the experience of going on a vacation is the experience of getting ready for the vacation. Yes. And so
it's the packing.
Yeah.
So you can't see, but we do have.
I know. I just saw that. Yeah.
We have suitcases. We have carry-ons
lined up. Yes.
Actually, let's talk through. Let's go through the week, and then we can talk about a topic related to trip preparation.
Okay.
So
I can tell where this is going to go. So I will say that the way that we are traveling this time is that each person is going to have.
It's going to be different.
No, it's okay. Oh, okay. Each person's going to have a carry-on bag, and then we're going to bring one big suitcase. And then everybody gets a backpack as well.
Which is 15 items.
15 items, yes.
Because we fly,
yes.
because we're bougie, you get a carry-on, you get a personal item, and then we always check a bag. So that's 15 items we bring, which means we have to count a lot because we have had situations where we have left the bag. Like either someone left it at the security or they left it like on a chair.
Right.
So we always have to count. Well, actually, it's 14 because once we check the bag, we go through security. It's 14. So we're always counting.
Yeah, and I laugh because I never count. I feel like that is a dad thing. Like
we have to,
I know you're right. I know
we're screwed.
I know.
And then we have to go and buy stuff. So we have to check.
And to be clear, the reason that happens is like the girls don't always carry their suitcases. Like the boys sometimes will carry their backpacks. So it's not like every person can just check for themselves. Yes. Although they're getting older, so they'll be able to.
Usually I'm pulling 3. Or 4.
I feel like I always carry more than you. It's actually an issue of mine in our relationship.
True.
Yes,
that
it is.
I
actually need you to pause just for a second. And I need you to admit that I always carry more than you, unless I ask you.
If I'm carrying the actual suitcase, like if I'm hauling the suitcase.
Aaron, I need you to say that oftentimes you will have nothing and I will have 2 or 3 backpacks.
I find that that's not true.
I can ask the children and they would verify.
Okay.
And that has to do with gentleman levels. That can be another podcast for another time. But so anyway, for me, setting up and packing for vacation is literally part of the process. I love it. I love like organizing outfits. Over the course of the last 2 weeks, I've been buying things from Amazon. Amazon and I have become really close. So some of my purchases, I bought a Carhartt sun hat, which I'm very excited about. Thought I lost. I didn't. I bought snorkeling gear.
The other one.
I bought microfiber, what do you call it? Microfiber
blankets?
Not blankets, towels.
Apparently we needed
I bought
them.
Sunglasses. I bought like lanyards and like just so many things. It's just collecting. This morning I made a purchase that you feel was inappropriate.
Oh, your tumbler?
Yes.
That was dumb. Because I don't think that people we have so many containers of liquids. We have several water bottles.
Right.
We have Eurowalla.
Yes.
Behind you, you have 2 different.
Right.
You have a Yeti and you have an Awala.
Right.
Our kids have Awalas.
Yes.
And they have tumblers.
Yeah.
You would think we were the most hydrated family.
I want to just explain to people why I bought the Yeti today.
To go with your Awala and your Yeti.
I have an Awala that's large. I have a Yeti that's 40 ounces. And then I have like an 80-ounce Yeti. You were like, just bring the 80-ounce Yeti. What I wanted was a 20-ounce Yeti to be able to put a cold grown-up drink in and carry around the pool deck. And we don't have anything that fit that use case. And so because of that, I love when I say the word use case. My husband has work calls where he says use case like 700 times in a row. So anytime I can say use case. But so you didn't like my red tumbler, but I got it red. I got it in the red color so I can use it at DC football games too, like with coffee. So I'm excited. Yeah. So anyways, so I will organize like every single day. Every kid will have, I used to pack for them, right? And we've talked about this. Traveling used to be insane because of the amount of stuff that we would have to bring with babies.
Yeah, because we had many diapers. We've had like 3 in diapers at the same time.
Right.
So for us, we had to take a suitcase and put all the diapers, wipes, formula.
Yeah.
But the good part was
bottle cleaners.
Bottle cleaners. So we had to load it up with that. But the good thing was on the other end of that, all that would be gone. They're all disposable. Right. So the diapers would be gone. So we'd be much lighter
on the way back
than packing. But yeah, it was a lot of baby related things.
Yeah. And now we're kind of in this in between stage where my kids are obviously old enough to pack themselves. I still would rather pack them, but like for the boys, it's actually a little weird if their mom's like, can I pack you? The challenge is though, so what I do now, and I'm actually for the cruise, I'm probably going to pack them, full disclosure, because the last few trips that we've taken, I'll give them a list. Like it's a list, guys. I write it down, like get 3 pairs of shorts, get 3 swimsuits, get blah, blah, blah. And they'll still end up in like foreign lands with like no underwear or without a swimsuit or without a sweatshirt. And so it's an act of trust to allow our children to pack themselves. But like for the girls, I got coordinated outfits every day.
They don't pack much. Like
for the cruise, they won't have to.
They do like shorts that they also sleep in.
Yeah.
And like dry fit, cut off shirts, and Crocs.
And a couple dress
Crocs
outfits.
Are their official shoes.
Like yours. You have your Crocs that I bought you, the Mickey Mouse ones. If you haven't seen them, you should.
That you try to shame me.
I had shared one thing that's wildly annoying to me, though, is so I'll go through literally like a week of packing. Like I packed once for Disney in like a suitcase because we used to fly Spirit. Spirit doesn't let you have a carry-on and a personal bag.
You do. You have to pay for the carry-on.
Yeah, you had to pay for the carry-on. So back in the day when we would go to Disney for like 8 nights, my husband, who was quote unquote frugal, would only take one suitcase, one carry-on, and then backpacks. But this was for 5 children with baby gear. And so I'll show you. I have a picture of it. I looked it up. So I got so good at packing effectively. But what would always be like wildly triggering is I would spend forever packing and getting everything in the right like suitcases so that we could easily be able to enter into our vacation. And never fail, we'd show up at the airport and it would be overweight and you would just start throwing things in random bags.
That is not true.
It is true.
What happened was with Spirit, you have like a 45-pound like weight limit. So we would get there and it would be like 48.5. So, and you have like the attendant who's like, oh, because it's a hit or miss. You can try to push it. Some people are like, yeah, 47, that's fine. Some are like, no, it says 45. So I would grab like 3 items and then put them into like a backpack or like a luggage to make weight.
But it would throw everything off because every item had a purpose. It would be like a large
sweater.
Like he's such a liar. Oh my gosh. I'm actually having flashbacks of seeing him because I would always sit with the babies while he goes to the luggage desk and just seeing him like tear through all of my hard work.
I would grab like the largest.
Oh my gosh.
It would be like triggered. 1 or 2 items.
I'm so
and then we would make
by
weight.
This conversation. So the bottom line is we will start the packing this week.
Mainly you. I don't.
You don't at all. Yeah. Because, this is what I was going to say.
I planned and did everything.
Everything is organized. Everything when we get to the cruise site is going to go in drawers and get hung up. So it's like this pleasant week of pleasantness, except for your side of the bed, which will be a pile of open suitcase, dirty clothes, clean clothes, random socks. I'm going to tell you guys, when this man packs, he packs always like 30 minutes before we leave the house, right? So everything's done and we're waiting for Dad to pack. And then it's not even like he bundles his socks together. No. He randomly throws ish in the suitcases.
I can easily live out of, like, when you go to hotels and you see the drawers in hotels, like, I don't use any of that stuff.
It's wild.
I just live out of the suitcase. I don't put things away.
I'm extreme, right? So I will empty into drawers if we're there for 2 nights, right?
No, empty into drawers.
Which I guess that's crazy.
And you always leave things in drawers.
But like
so every time we leave, I have to go through and there's always like a drawer full of clothes.
But for 7 nights for this man to just have a pile of clothing and like in a cruise ship cabin, it's like tight, whatever. We've learned to accept each other.
But the dirty stuff I do put in, we bring trash bags.
Yeah.
Our dirty clothes in.
We do. Oh, whose idea was that?
What?
Your girls with the dirty. I am an expert, guys. I bring like trash bags. You have to say, I'm the next level.
Yeah, you organize and get us.
Yeah.
You get the kids
functional.
Now,
what was wild is this week.
You also have like days of the week. So like you have a Saturday. I do. You're like a Saturday bag. So it's like this is a Saturday bag.
Yeah.
And the Sunday bag. Don't touch the Sunday bag.
Don't touch the Sunday bag.
Don't touch the Sunday bag.
Don't. And the worst thing in the world is when somebody is missing something that's in the Sunday bag and it's Saturday. Like I actually can't handle it when it happens. As we were getting ready and I'm starting to think, and I got my little piles all over the room. I noticed in your closet there was a Disney box, and it just said Disney on the outside. I said,
Disney on the outside.
Did you get yourself some things? And I took a picture. I'll be sharing this in the comments of your Disney box. This is the conversation that ended up being a little inappropriate on the former podcast. So I'm going to carefully talk about it.
But alas,
what I will say is that you bought a tremendous amount of clothing.
It's not a tremendous amount. See, this is triggering. I bought like 2 outfits
and they're like flowery Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. They are flowery. Guys, I'm going to share the picture. They're flowery. And so I would just like to say that you are a very masculine man. Like you are not a feminine man. You don't present as a feminine man. And yet your clothing choices for this particular trip, they're bold. They're bold. They walk the line. They blur the line of gender norms and outfits.
Wow. I feel like I'm being gaslighted.
No, and to be clear, they're so cute. I can't wait for you to wear them.
When I looked on the website and I saw the pictures, they were of a family.
Yeah.
They were wearing similar outfits.
Right. So it's going to be, I can't wait to see you in them. If you bring these outfits down there and end up not having the courage to wear them, I will leave you.
Oh,
because they're not.
Well, I think what we discovered last year, because this is our second cruise, so I don't know if people remember.
Yeah,
we did our first cruise last year, and apparently we're cruising because we have like multiple. We haven't talked about that. We talked about the Alaska option.
No,
we'll talk about that maybe this week or next week.
Yeah.
But I found, and we do 7 nights. So like some people cruise, but we're doing 7 nights. So you don't realize how many clothes are required. We do have laundry though this time.
We have free laundry,
but the amount of clothes you need, because you have like your night gear, and like if you go out to the pool, there's like Sundex items.
Yeah.
There's things you wear through the day, and you have like meals at nighttime. So I didn't realize that last year, like the number of like
you need like 2 or 3 outfits a day.
You need to bring.
What's funny is that so many people that take cruises say that they overpacked, and you and I both underpacked.
We underpacked.
But I think we didn't want to overpack, so I
didn't realize how many clothes.
Yeah, I was surprised. So we'll do it a little bit differently, but I mean, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight packing wise, because it's going to be tight because we bring our pillows too, but we can make it work.
Whose idea was the pillows? You made fun of me.
Yeah, we don't travel without our pillows anymore.
And that was my idea, because I went somewhere with my pillow, like, oh, look at you, your pillow.
And to be honest, we don't screw around with pillows. We spend some cash on pillows.
Because if you go to hotels, they have very light pillows, and I need a certain amount of firmness, so I usually have to like stack like 4.
Yeah.
But now
we do the super. Is it Tempur-Pedic? I mean, we do really crazy pillows. They're like we do really crazy. But
luckily they fold easy, so I can put them in a carry-on. They just fold down.
Yeah. So,
but we bring that.
Yeah. So we're super excited. I cannot wait to be on this cruise. I cannot wait. And this week is a pretty chill week as we get ready for the cruise.
We got a lot of activities.
The kids have activities. You have your nerd event, but other than that, like I don't have any play dates. I'm not meeting up with people.
Yeah, because you decided to be a normal not have to organize all these
this is going to be a really chill.
Last week was a very people-y week.
It was so people-y. I mean, from start to finish.
From Tuesday through Saturday was Tuesday through yesterday was people.
So we didn't get into that. Sorry. So you went to a conference.
Yeah, last Monday was Julia's birthday, and I was supposed to leave at 9:50 at nighttime, and then I got a message like it got delayed to 11, delayed to 1. Delayed to 2 o'clock.
So you did not leave Detroit till 2?
I did not arrive in my hotel in Cambridge until 4:30 in the morning.
That's wild. I would have been so cranky.
And the conference started at 8:30.
So and again, you're not. If this was happening to me, Aaron would have got a play-by-play every 3 minutes with many bad words.
Yes.
I just went to bed.
So I got 3 hours of sleep, and then it was like, boom.
I did feel really bad for you, actually. I really did feel bad for you. Yeah, because you at one point were thinking about even canceling your flight, but then there wasn't another flight. It was rough.
It was full. Yeah, so I was there for 3 days.
Nice. Did you hit up any Coldplay concerts while you were there? Because you certainly had enough cocktail. Your cocktail hours and your fancy dinners and your vendor meals and your things.
I had oysters for the first time.
I knew you said that.
So I went to a dinner Tuesday night with some people I met. No, there's some people I knew online. We met in person.
So what is it? Is this flagging Coldplay for people? I mean, literally, there's quote unquote some people he met online and then went and had oysters with in Boston. I just want to make sure the people are listening to this conversation. That's crazy. I didn't know these were online people that you were like going out on dates with. That is weird.
There was like 5.
It definitely was females too, because I can tell.
There was one.
He is not clarifying that they were men.
There was one deep female, 4 dudes.
Was she pretty?
What?
Was she? Am I prettier than her? Okay, thanks.
Not as pretty as you. No, we went to some place and they got this thing. There was like 36 oysters on a tray, and I've never eaten oysters before. Well, you got to eat them. So like, it's nothing to.
You said you wouldn't order them again.
I would not pay personally just to get oysters,
right?
Because essentially, you have to doctor them up. It's like we used to get we used to eat cream of wheat back in the day. But you have to like dump on like butter and sugar and all this stuff to like to doctor it up just to eat it. But oysters you have to. There's like cocktail sauce or like you have to put all the stuff in it. You just like throw it down in your mouth and you just chew a little bit, but like it wasn't anything.
I've never had one because I don't understand it. Yeah. One thing that I've been telling you, right? It's I don't think you're supposed to get full off. So, that would be weird.
But we went through. I mean, like you eat them so quick.
Did you eat more than one? You did, huh?
Like 3 or 4.
Wow. One thing that you and I have talked about that I really want to do is I really want to try caviar. Like I want to try caviar at a restaurant.
I never.
The people that I know love it, and so I have no desire to try oysters. I would like to try caviar before I die, but you keep putting it off and saying we can't afford it.
Cheap,
and it's like $100.
Not cheap
for like 4 bites.
Yeah, and we don't roll like that.
We don't roll like that. So you went to your conference. We had a couple play dates here. What else did we do? My sister was in town
Friday.
Right. So my sister and her husband, no, Thursday. They were here all day Thursday.
Oh, I meant for me. It was Friday.
Friday is when I get triggered with time abuse.
Time abuse.
And we'll talk about that now.
Because and that was a friction we had. Not a big friction. Like I mentioned before, if someone says have a party at 5 o'clock, you're like, we need to show up at 5 o'clock. But you've gotten better. I will give you credit because we used to show up at like 5 o'clock on the dot and we'd always be the first people there. Like first people at the party, everything's still being set up, like nothing's ready to go.
Well, but also
up, like at 5 o'clock.
I mean, we talked about this, but my family, if my mom said dinner at 5 o'clock, we're eating at 5 o'clock. Like that's actually a thing in my house. So to me, and I have gotten a little better about it, but I'm still time triggered by people who time abuse. Like, so for instance, we now host Easter and I will say to people, 11:30 is when it's like open house. We're going to serve lunch at 12:30. People still show up at 1:30. I think it's so weird and rude. I don't actually get it. It's just bizarre to me.
But they'll let you know that they're...
And not actually, Easter is not a good example. People show up on time for Easter, but like our friends sometimes, if we're having like a barbecue, I'm like, hey, like feel free to come at 5, eating at 6. And I'm like, show up when
we just have people over. And for Juju's birthday, she showed up like...
She's early. No, she's early. She was there first. She was there before you even... She's a show up early.
She's a show up early.
So, but if I say a party's starting at 5, it's because I'm serving food at 5. I don't understand this. So anyway.
See, to me, the start time is a suggestion of you can come.
Yeah.
But like, we're not ready.
So here's what went down on Friday. We have a play date. Julia and Malia had some friends over. What I didn't understand, I said I would drive the friends back. I didn't fully understand how far some of the folks lived. And which, by the way, I don't care. No, I knew one lived a little far, but also far becomes a totally different thing at 4:30 on a Friday, right? So like
rush hour.
I'm telling you, actual rush hour. Actual rush hour.
See?
So a ride that should have taken like 20 minutes was 40 minutes. So we're already running late. I call my brother and my sister. We had text earlier. We were supposed to meet at a restaurant at 5:30. So I texted my sister's like, yeah, Brian's coming at 4:30. The grandkids are going to play and then we'll go to dinner.
And you rushed me because you were like,
because I get home at 4:45. I'm like, dude, my brother's already there. Let's go.
And I was like, why are we getting there so early?
And I was like, we're doing dinner at 5:30. We got to go. So we raced to get to my parents. I'm like a little annoyed that we're already kind of like a little behind. Plus it's Friday. I'm tired. We show up. No one's there at my parents' house. No one. Right. And it's like 4:20 or 5:20 dinner. We're supposed to be at the restaurant at 5:30. I look at my dad. I'm like, well, where's Teresa? Because my sister Teresa's in town.
Name dropping.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't think she'd mind. I'm like, where's Teresa? And my dad's like, oh, Teresa and Matt are taking a nap. And I'm like, wait.
Which is code word.
Well, I did say, do you mean that they're having sex? I think
no, they did that first, and then they took a nap afterwards.
So I was like, and then my dad was like, I don't know. Why don't you go look? It was this very funny joke that happened in my house.
Joke like that with my
I know you do not play like that. We do in our house. So because sex is a beautiful thing. Thank you, children. Catholic Church.
No, my daughters.
What?
Huh?
Your daughter's probably not. Anyways, moving on. That's a sidetrack. So literally, it's 5:20. My sister's asleep. We're supposed to be at the restaurant in 10 minutes. And I'm like, I've now rushed my husband who got out of work.
Of being triggered. Like, you rushed me.
Yeah.
And no, like, what are we doing?
And like, I didn't take a second to breathe between the play day and rushing over to my parents' house in Canton, or rush hour on a Friday night. And so then I was annoyed. So I sent you a text message and I said, I am so annoyed. I just want to go home. I did a secret text message across the kitchen.
Because we normally don't go out on Fridays.
Never. Yes. Tell the people.
Fridays is our sacred time. Like, we don't make plans on Fridays. Friday is Pizza Friday, and it's unwinding.
We don't.
Because that was day 4. Because I've been people-y for 3 straight days. And the conference is 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. of people all day long, the same people.
Right.
So this was day 4.
And for real, on Fridays, we literally don't do anything. It's like paper plates and pizza. And I live for Fridays. And now we're out. But it ended up.
And it's your fault. You made plans.
We ended up having a lot of fun. It was great being out with my siblings. We all laughed. It was really fun. And then we got back home. And then Saturday, we had a family reunion and then a double grad party in the evening. Family reunion was fun.
Yeah, this would be my grandmother's, my father's mother's, like, sister's family.
Right.
So these are like my dad's cousins. These are like my second cousins across.
And once again, I don't at all anticipate that Aaron will be honest about this. But the family reunion started at 11, goes till 4, which actually I'm really glad they did that, because they used to start it at like they make pancakes, right?
We used to have it at Lower Huron Metro Park in Belleville. They used to get there at 6 o'clock. They had to find a spot.
Yeah.
So my dad and my uncles, they would get there like at 6 or 7 a.m. to get a spot.
Right.
Then they would have breakfast. They had everything. It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it would be like from 8 a.m. until nighttime. We would leave at night. It'd be like 8 to like 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's wild.
Remember, we used to go.
No, I know.
We would stay for 2 or 3 hours and we leave. And they're like, what do you guys mean? Where are you going?
Well, this was the challenge, right? Is that we would dip in. Like, I'm not staying for 14 hours anywhere. Not at all. Not at all. Family either, no, we don't do it with anybody. Like, I'm actually like
2 or 3
hours. 2 or 3 hours is my max anywhere, right? Like, for real. I can't think of any time we hang out more than that. So anyway, they've decided to shorten the party, which I'm so thankful because then you maximize when people are there. But so it starts at 11. I tell Aaron, well, we'll go around 1, stay till about 3. We had grab, and Aaron's like, no. My dad's running games, which his dad does an excellent job about games. We can circle back. My dad's running games between 12 and 1. And I look at my husband and I am like, there is no way your father is running games between 12 and 1. And you rushed me.
That's what he said.
You rushed me.
He said that was
what time did games start?
1:47.
No, 1:57. Oh no, 1:47 is when games started.
But you thought there would be 2 o'clock, so we had a bet. I won the bet. Right. I won the bet.
We did have a bet that they wouldn't start.
It was before then.
It was, but again, time triggered. And by the way, it wasn't time triggered. That's a very casual thing. But I was triggered by you because you're like, we need to leave here at 12:15. Yeah. The games are starting. I'm like, I have been around the Wilkerson family enough to know that
this is extended family.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, it does not matter.
The interesting part was that is just with family reunions and how like. At a certain point, they all break off. So like I said, this is my father. So my father is 75. He's got siblings in their 80s. And this is their cousin. These are not my direct cousins. These are their cousins. So at a certain point, it's like the family breaks off. And then it's like, okay, when is actually my father and his siblings and that family have a similar thing? And this thing.
But it is a weird dynamic because like I told you, you only talk to the people that you know there. It's a very weird thing for me as a youth minister. Like I'd be sitting there mixing people up. I'd be having people talk, and your dad does a good job at the games. But other than that, like I've been now to this family reunion probably 10 times. I've met like 3 people. The end. Like I can think of 3 names that I like know that I meet consistently. Otherwise, people just sit by themselves.
It's challenging because it's a very large family. We've been doing this for 30 plus years. So
it's a huge family.
I would say my father knows everyone. Like we didn't go the past 2 years. The last time we went was 2022.
There's no way your father knows someone when he was playing games.
No, he knows everybody.
He's like, kid, this kid.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the actual like the adults.
Oh yeah, he knows his generation. He doesn't know the second generation.
Oh, yeah, but the good thing they did this time, which I appreciate, they did name tags. So
right,
I think that was very helpful because like everyone has those cousins, you know them very well, but you forget their names because you only see them once a year.
Right.
So the name tags are very helpful to be like, because it's a very large family. Like I said, my grandmother had 10 children. Her sister had like 10 children, and there's like different like there's different fathers. So you're trying to remember who's all related. There's like 80-year-old cousins, 90-year-old cousins, and they have these families. So it's a pretty large family. It's gotten smaller. So I think at a certain point, it's good to see people, but at a certain point, this will break off because my dad's family is 50 plus people, just his siblings. So
more than that.
So that's going to
way more than that.
We don't get together if we have that one. So
your dad's family is so huge. Somebody made a map once. We should count how many people. I mean, it's a stupid amount of people in the best way possible.
It was like 50,
I love thinking about your grandparents 60. And that legacy. Now, I will say it was very funny this time. Hopefully, this isn't offensive.
You're gonna say something racist.
Yeah, a little bit.
You call it culture.
This isn't racist. This isn't racist. So in the entire family, there is one other person of the Caucasian persuasion who is your aunt or your uncle married her. This time.
No, we had another one.
So wait, no, listen. Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, that's right. I loved her. What was her name?
Margaret.
Yes. Your uncle had a wife named Margaret. So, but it was really funny.
Your family never did.
What was really funny though is that at this family reunion, like our children spotted like another white woman, like, "Mom, you're not the only one. You're not the only one," because your uncle's wife wasn't there, and so it was funny. There are not many Caucasian persuasion folk at this family reunion, but I think if you go to my family reunions, you are the only African American.
Well, everywhere I go, but,
right? That's because you're Catholic. Sorry about that. We're working on it. #evangelization.
Family reunion Saturday. That was in the morning. Yeah. Evening was a grab party.
Right. Double grad parties.
Usually I don't go to these grad parties.
I was very surprised you said you were going to go. You never go to the grad parties.
You begged me to go.
And I did not beg you. That is such a lie. You were like, I'll go. It's very funny, though, because you're totally a weirdo at these things. Thank God we found Mrs. Sanders, so you had somebody to talk to.
No, you don't know what it's like.
I'm talking to my teenagers. He could smile. He could stand next to me, and he just stands behind me with a dead face on. But
you have these inner, you have these stories, and you're talking about people I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So I'm just supposed to be like, hey, who's that?
Right.
Who's that? Can you guys tell me what that means? That's even more annoying to be like, hey, I love inside jokes. Part one day.
There was a lot of people at this grad party. Yeah. It was a really well done grad party. It's got me thinking about if we do it for our kids, what our kids' grad parties.
I mentioned I've been telling a lot of people are not doing grad parties. Like parents are saying, hey, kid, you have a choice between either we can have the party or we can give you the money we would spend on the party. So I am hearing more and more about.
So if we do a grad party, I want it offsite and catered.
Yes,
with a cater bar too. Because the other thing, all these my cousin was the first time I saw it. They actually have a bartender come, and so there's people are taking care of the logistics. Cheap. No, I know.
That's not cheap.
You better start saving.
Yes, it would be offsite. I would not be a fan of doing it at our house.
Right. So we'll see what happens.
It's a little bit tricky to do at our house anymore.
No, my parents did grad parties at theirs.
They had the commons.
Yeah, they had the commons. They did have the commons. Yeah. But your parents did yours at yours.
We had a huge backyard.
Right. We have a huge park, literally a stone's throw away.
If that's in our house, though, that's my point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was the grad party last night. We didn't stay that long, thankfully.
No, then we went. Don't say thankfully. That's rude. So then we went. You had fun.
It's fine. I'm saying grad parties are
right.
That's a half hour.
I really like these two families and the sets of parents, so I really enjoyed it.
Get the heck out of there.
I enjoyed it. But then we did an Irish goodbye because there were a lot of people there that we knew, and I just didn't want to go from hi to
when you have to have conversations with people,
right.
or they ask you a question, you're like, damn, you can go into that.
Right. So we rolled out, and then
5 days straight of.
Yes, and then Master Day, and today we've had nothing to do, which is great. I'm reading a book that's so good. Can't tell you what it's about.
If it's quick, TLDR.
TLDR. It's about Rhode Island millionaires. And I really want to stay at a house on the ocean in Rhode Island.
Ew.
Oh, sounds great.
Rhode Island sounds so
Speaking
boring.
of, you know what we've been doing a lot of here in the family?
What?
Is we've been planning our future in 10 years.
Oh.
Living in Florida.
Out of state.
Yeah, that can be a whole topic itself. Let's save that for...
We have talked about that.
Yeah, have we?
Yes.
But I think we're going to actually do this.
Yes, I tell you, that's legit going to happen.
But 10 years, so it won't be when we're retired. You'll still be working.
I'm not waiting that long.
Right.
Yeah, 10 years.
We're going to keep this house, but we're going to stay in Florida 3 months out of the year, do New York for 1 month out of the year, and then you also said we can do the ocean for a month.
Yes.
But we'll live in transient places.
And we'll have an
extra. What are we going to do, though, if our kids go to local college, or you're just going to let them stay here by themselves?
They can stay here. They can get their own place.
If one's... Yeah, I know.
What does that mean to me? They're adults.
Julia, when she's 18, well,
they'll be. I'm sure all 5 are not going to be gone. So I'm sure there'll be 2.
A couple of them living here, and they'll just have to take care of the space.
Where they can hang out or something like that. Okay. That's their problem.
You're really into your kids are 18. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Well, as we get it's more about as we get old. I think you get more grumpy. So
you get more grumpy. I'm joyful.
When we get to November and it's cold, that's when you're this sucks. Because remember. The beauty is we've gone to Florida
I know.
In December and January.
Right.
And I don't think people, if you haven't yet, go to Florida in December and January when it's cold up here. It completely changes. It completely changes.
We're not doing that this year.
Correct.
That's going to be interesting.
We skipped. We didn't do that 2 years ago. We did last year.
We didn't do it 2 years ago?
Mm-mm.
Are you sure?
That was our first time going at Christmas time in years.
Oh, okay, great. So
we did it in 21. So we did 21, and we skipped 2 years. We did it in 24.
Okay, I'm really looking forward to that. It's fun to think about. But anyway, so today we had nothing to do. So I've been reading a book about millionaires. What was time of use?
We had 3 topics.
Oh, time of use. Oh yeah, you want to talk about no play like Coldplay? No way, Jose.
What is no way?
Isn't that Kanye West?
Yeah, but I think
he told me he had a gig by Coldplay. Then I got a Coldplay. No way, Jose.
No way, Jose was a different line.
It's called Big Brother. Look it up. Kanye West. It's a really good song.
So Coldplay. You feel that? So I went to a Coldplay concert in 2004.
You said that you can't remember why you went. and that you were doing something working. So I am 100% sure you went to do some like political advertisement for Jennifer Granholm for the pro-choice movement. Because prior to
Oxfam. I remember we were there. We were volunteers. What was the group? It was called Oxfam.
What was it for?
I'm telling you, I can't remember.
It was some type of thing that's completely not aligned with our faith. I would put money on it.
But they allowed the volunteers to see the Coldplay concert. So I remember actually it was a good concert. This was 2004 when like Coldplay was huge. Right. So it actually was a good concert.
And you were an activist getting signatures. He went door to door for Jennifer Granholm.
I never did that.
You did? You told me you did.
No, I didn't. I said I went to a party after she got reelected.
Right.
Like after the party was over. It wasn't. So anyway.
Great.
So I've been to a Coldplay concert before. But I would not say that in 2025 I would be like, let's go to a Coldplay concert.
No, I'm not a fan of Coldplay. You are a fan. I'm not a fan. I don't ever need to see Coldplay.
They're very chill and mellow.
So, Mr. Man from Astronomer, this is funny. Tell your astronomer connection, because this is very funny.
So we're doing a nerd conference in November. So we're looking for sponsors. So the company, the guy I work for, Astronomer, they were going to be one of our sponsors. Like someone in my group knows an account rep. So someone I made a joke and said, hey, if they sponsor, it was Thursday, if they sponsor, we should get an exclusive interview with the CEO and ask about the Coldplay concert. And I was at a conference. I had no clue what he was talking about. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Oh, you said hell.
What the heck is he talking about?
Yeah.
So I pull up my phone and like the first thing I see on Facebook is like Astronomer CEO at Coldplay concert. I was like, oh.
Yes.
And like my phone was blown, like my entire feed was just that. And I was like, it is.
It's a very funny pop culture moment that everybody cares about this. It's a very interesting thing.
There's so many memes. They like replace the pictures of all these different people. Like there's like Burger King holding Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. There was some mascots that did it too. Mickey and Donald.
Mickey and Donald.
Yeah, it's very funny. I will say that one of my favorite like little influencers that I follow, she's like if you're gonna do this, like go to Motel 6 like we used to. She's like, what are you doing in a suite at a Coldplay concert?
Yeah, it's pretty bold to like the PDA in the open, because the thing about it is like it's a small world,
right?
And I've been in many places where you see people like you're so popular everywhere we go.
So popular.
Like we were in New York City, we've seen people.
We talked about this last week.
I was in Chicago. We've seen people. Like we go places around the country. So I would not be.
Oh yeah, Chicago. You were in the same hotel as people from our school.
That's what I said.
Oh my gosh, Grand Rapids. Remember we were just at Grand Rapids? There were 3 different families. Different families at the same hotel that we were staying at. Exactly.
So imagine like being so bold as to say, I'm going to a concert, just kind of display in public my affection for my coworker
who's the HR
who's head of HR, who I'm cheating on my spouse
God
with.
Bless it. Yeah. It was wild.
So if I ever cheat on you, I'm not going to be doing that in the open, like at a Coldplay concert.
No, you'll be very
concert. I would pay to see Bruno Mars.
No, I would not pay to see. You told me that before. I would not. Ed Sheeran's the next. Ed Sheeran, Adele, and then T Swift. I'm bummed I didn't go to the T Swift concert. No, with my girls. I will say a lot of people have decided to kind of like, I don't know, some people are taking it like, oh, we shouldn't talk about this. We shouldn't laugh about this. Like, this is serious. And I actually agree to a point. But at the same time, my best reflections, I think, that I've seen in the wake of Coldplay circa 2025 is that like we can convince ourselves that our sin is private, but like our sin is not private. You know what I mean? And so, that's the whole thing about the insidious nature of living in the dark with honestly anything. The fear always is that it'll come out, right? But at the same time,
that's what there's a famous philosopher, Justin Timberlake.
I've heard of him.
What goes around
comes around. Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who aren't necessarily religious like karma, which is there is something to that in terms of putting, like if you put certain things out there, like those things will come back. And it could be just because of like, you make mistakes.
Well, I don't think the church obviously would say anything near karma, but the church does say that there are temporal consequences to the sin that we choose to engage in. That's why we get penance when we go to confession. We get penance because the church is saying you have wounded like humanity here, and you need to do something to like fix humanity, you know what I mean? Or reconcile your choices with humanity. I always use the example with my students. This is like too deep, I guess, but like, if you mouth off to your mom and then later on that day, now your mom's stressed out, so she snaps at your dad. Like, had you not mouthed off to your mom might have been more patient. Like your sin does affect.
That's the energy. That's the energy part of
It's not energy.
Like that negativity could be flows into one person.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Person. So like, and I think our church and wisdom acknowledges this stuff, right? That's again, sin affects people. And so
we do believe in evil.
Right.
And we do believe in, I won't say evil spirits, but
right.
Like, so that all could be linked together.
Right.
It's just, you may call it energy or karma or yin and the yang.
Well, they're different. You can't call them all things together. No, I know what you're saying. And I will say that I do get that it's like a serious moment. And you obviously feel bad for this guy. I feel bad for his wife.
Yeah, he resigned.
His whole life is blown up.
They all pulled, like, the wife pulled her Facebook, on LinkedIn. They pulled them.
Can you imagine you're just a dude and then you are now front page of everything? I can't even imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I think you hope that it'll wear down. Like, I think you hope in 6 months, like, it disappears.
Yeah.
I think that the memes are I think those are gonna stay for a while.
No, this is a moment in pop culture. Like, this is something. What was that show?
But you'll forget where it came from. I think they'll take off so much. You'll forget the.
I don't know. Remember that? What was that show on VH1? I used to love it so much, where it would reflect on pop culture moments from different years. Like, I love the 90s, the 80s. This would totally show up, and I love 2025. It's definitely going to show up on New Year's Eve.
You'll forget the guy's name.
Totally.
You'll see the picture.
I don't know his name now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think your hope is they forget you.
Yeah,
and, like,
and then totally.
That takes over, but they forget who originated with.
Yeah, it's true. So don't cheat on me. And if you're going to cheat on me, actually do it at a Coldplay concert to end it. You know what I mean? Because that's going to go one way or the other. They're going to boo up for life.
No, remember that happened one time? Like, someone thought they saw me at like in Dearborn, downtown Dearborn.
Oh yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, you were like, hey, were you
you probably were. You were probably cheating on me.
Like, no,
you probably were there. That's probably a thing. That's probably a thing. That's probably a thing.
You were like, you tried to catch me. Like, were you downtown there? I was like, no. So said they thought they saw you there. I was like, no.
Yeah, he was. He's bringing it up to throw me off his scent, just so you guys know. So anyway, this week is going to be great. Like I said, cruise on Saturday. We leave. Welcome to Miami, Benito, Miami. Did you get me a convertible so we can drive down the streets and we can talk about driving in a drop top?
I got an 8-passenger van.
No, I wanted a convertible so I can.
What we have, there's 7 of us.
No, but this is just for after we check out of the hotel so we can, or check into the hotel. Me and you are going to go on a date in Miami and you're going to sing "Welcome to Miami, Benito, Miami."
No,
you didn't plan that for me.
No,
you're the worst.
That's for 2 people. That's not for we have children with us.
No, but they'll be at the hotel while you take me out one-on-one.
What are you most looking forward to for the cruise? So we will probably record. We'll record.
Maybe we always say that and then we don't. We'll see.
We'll do like a quick one. It doesn't need to be a film. We'll do like a quick.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do like some quick like cruise snippets.
So I'll tell you, this is 2 things I'm looking forward to. Then I'll ask you what you're looking forward to. Number 1, Carnival just this weekend opened their private island and videos are starting to come out of it. And this is only for cruise nerds, which I actually don't think we have a single cruise nerd that listens to us, but there's Royal Caribbean has a private island that's like known for being baller.
They all have.
All these influencers who went to Celebration Key yesterday are like, this is 10 times better than Coco Cay, and we loved Coco Cay. So like these islands have just huge pools and like it's just magical. And so I'm really looking forward to our day at Celebration Key. And then the other thing is there's just no way around it. We're going to be in the presidential suite. There's 2 presidential suites on this 6,000 person ship. Like this is next level for us.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
And there's like a hot tub on.
Well, technically you are, because we have to get 2 rooms. So I'm in.
You're in the inside suite there in this tiny
room.
But like, I got all my fancy bath stuff to be able to use there. Like I think it's going to be just. You guys are not going to believe this balcony when we share pictures. Like. It's next level. I'm really glad we decided to do this. Also, if you recall, because this was like kind of worked out in the podcast, just so you know. We
started this. I remember it was when Malia had her Sacred Heart basketball. I remember that was when the idea first came out. Yeah. This is like January, February.
Because we were going to Ireland this summer. Like Ireland, you had told me it was finally the year that we were going to do Ireland and Paris, and we were going to do Disneyland Paris.
So we had to plan it out in January. We were going to do Ireland.
Yeah.
And then this came on the radar because I can't remember. I thought of it somehow. And
but what the bottom line is,
the price was around the same. For the same price, we can be stressed out in Ireland,
right?
So think about that in retrospect. We can be stressed out in Ireland right now,
right?
Or we could be on a cruise right now.
Well, what really sold me on it, and again, we said this, so this is our listeners will know this. Like this was actually a really hard year for me work wise. Like it was an exhausting year. It was a hard year. To have this week where our plan will be to relax. There's no other plan. except to like enjoy the ocean, which I love, and to relax. I'm
Caribbean.
I'm so glad we went in this direction and not
You're welcome.
a 10-day trip where we're like jumping on trains and carrying luggage.
Because there was like, so you had with your plane, we were like driving across the island like for 4 hours to get to.
No, it was like a 10-day. No, that was only because you added Paris so that we could go to Disneyland. I am not even listening to this.
No, okay, moving on. We wanted to go to the cliffs. We were going from Dublin.
Yes, of course you're going to go to the cliffs. Dublin. The original plan was to take a trip to Ireland. Then you're like, can we please go to Disneyland Paris?
There wasn't nothing to do with that. It was because it was 4 hours across the country.
So my question for you. What are you?
Mordor, what are they called?
You're going to offend our Irish listeners. What are you looking forward to on the cruise? Like, what's the thing that you're like, I can't wait?
I think being able to just like have nothing, kind of like today, like nothing planned. It's you can read a book, you can take a nap, you can walk around, or you can do nothing. Because when we said when we get back, like we said that the summer's gonna go by quick.
Yeah.
On the other side of this is gonna be August because we're on the last week of July. When we get back, we are into the busyness because you start work like the next week. They have football that's going to start the 11th, and like we're kind of back into the craziness until like Halloween. So I think this is the last hurrah of like chillness before everything takes off.
I also deeply want to catch multiple sunrises. Last cruise, I didn't do one. And last cruise, there was a bunch of reasons for it. But this cruise, I will be getting up at like 5 o'clock multiple days. Plus the spa, which we have entrance into, like the thermal spa. There's not going to be anybody there at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So I plan on doing this cruise a little less party, a little more sober and presence.
Can we talk about what's the fan dance that you were like?
Oh my gosh, this boots on the ground.
Like the most simple like line dance.
It's not simple. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it.
Yes, I could.
You could not do that line dance.
Steps.
Guys, look up boots on the ground. Look up boots on the ground. I'm going to buy a couple fans on Amazon.
It was all like old people. It was like all these like old grandmothers.
No, it's fun.
Like,
it's fun. I want to do boots on the ground.
You made it seem like it was this like revolutionary thing that I've never seen before.
I am sure we are way over time. You like when we go over time.
We're at 45.
See, that's perfect.
That's our normal. I feel like our normal time is like a good 45.
I think 45 is the max that we can go. So
we will see next week.
Yes.
We'll probably do like a quick.
Can I buy a fan for boots on the ground? I bet if I look it up, it'll be
a fan.
No, you do need a fan. That's the whole thing.
We're not going to do. They're not going to have boots on the ground there.
No, they are. They are for sure.
Okay, I think you're going to be in your room the whole time. You're going to walk out.
No, I don't plan on leaving our room.
Exactly. You're going to walk all the way out the other side of the boat to stand in the big group of people.
Are we going to do the sailaway party? Like, because they're known for having like crazy sailaway parties. Or are we just sitting in our rooms?
Balcony.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my sailaway party.
All right, that'll be mine too.
I'm not people-y. We talked about this in our last one.
Yeah.
Like, my goal is for you to not do the weird thing where you try to make new friends.
No, I won't.
Meet people.
I won't. I've been so good.
We don't need to do any sailaway parties.
Okay,
we can do our own family sailaway party.
That's good. Oh, I'll play boots on the ground. By the way, do you have a Bluetooth speaker, a small one? Still, you had a little small one.
No, just that one.
No, I can't take a big one. We're going to figure that out. Maybe my dad will let me borrow his because we need a Bluetooth speaker for our patio. Why
can't we bring that one?
It's too big. We have no room in the packing. You put it in your bag.
I can put my bag.
Great, it's in your bag. All right, fam.
All right.
Till next time.
Next week we'll be live from our cruise.
From the Bahamas.
From our boat.
Yes.
At the Bahamas.
It is the Bahamas. Celebration Key is in the Bahamas, dummy.
What are you talking about?
Celebration Key.
We're not going to be there. That's the last day.
What? I know.
We're not going to be for them.
Great, fine.
Anyway.
Puerto Rico. Okay, TTYL.
Bye.
Goodbye.